Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sophie and today's video is a lot of fun. I have planned. Have it on my phone, actually on my Pinterest. We are doing answering bookish questions because who doesn't want to do that, you know? Do you like the background? It's my bookshelf and it's very pretty. I'm very excited to be filming this way instead. Hopefully it looks good. Hopefully the camera quality is also a lot better than yesterday's video. So let's get right in. I have searched up on Pinterest bookish questions and now have a Pinterest board called Content Ideas. I found 3 specific little pictures with a bunch of questions. So I'm gonna pick, I'll pick a few and then we'll see how it goes. First one, the book I'm currently reading. Now, if you guys don't know, I have a massive pile of books all stacked up on my desk. The book I am currently reading at this point in time is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, and I'm loving it. I'm about halfway through, and it is actually genuinely such an amazingly written fantasy book. It follows this girl named Elspeth. I picture her to look like me, actually, just a little bit with the dark long hair. She's so cool. She stands her own. I love how she has the nightmare card voice in her head too. I just think you need to go in blind. That's what I did. I heard on TikTok that everyone loved it and then I went in blind and best decision of my life. So I've got the second book ready on hand for me to read the second I am done that book. But so far I'm hoping the ending will be incredible and enough for a cliffhanger for this one. That's the book I'm currently reading. The next question that we have on this specific one is, what's the last book that I have read? And the last book I actually read was from the Chestnut Springs series, Heartless, the second one following Cade and Willa. So I talk about that one in my mid-year book tag, and it's a good book, guys. It's a good book. I enjoyed it, I think I would say more than the first one. Elsie Silver's writing is quite easy to read and quite easy to understand and comprehend. I can go through that book so quickly, and it was such a fun cowboy country romance, but he's not exactly cowboy as much as Rhett Eaton is in the first book with him being a bull rider. But I love the dynamic between Cade and Willa and how they are mean to each other but not, and how he didn't hate her, and their first interaction is genuinely so hilarious. So I would say check that book out too, guys, if you're in for a single dad romance trope, a country romance. It's small town, it's fun. Trust. Next question is, what is my all-time favorite book or series? I love Once Upon a Broken Heart. Once Upon a Broken Heart is probably one of my most favorite book series. It's a 5-star series for me. And I also loved ACOTAR. And I know it's unfinished. I know that I'm probably going to say I love Throne of Glass even more when I get to it, since everyone talks about it. I love ACOTAR. I'm not going to spoil that either. Well, actually, I love the Legacy of God series too by Rina Kent. Guys, that book series has my whole heart, and I love the found family. I love how everyone's all connected, and it just, oh my god, guys, it's so good. It's such a good series too. Once Upon a Broken Heart is definitely probably my most favorite series that I've read, but I know that in the future I'm gonna have so many more. I'm gonna have so many more. So we have for the fourth question, an author I always recommend. See, I'm not sure who I would say for this, because I would say Sarah J Maas, because there's multiple books that you can read by her, but my favourite author used to be Ali Hazelwood, because I read Bride and May, and then I also read The Love Hypothesis and Not in Love, and I also really enjoyed those books at the time that I read them. I wouldn't go back to reread them. Maybe The Love Hypothesis, but I probably wouldn't go back to reread the other ones unless I was in my full Twilight mood. But yeah, I don't know who my favourite author would be. I would love to read Caraval by Stephanie Garber, so then I can just, say that I like Stephanie Garber even more than I already do. But I feel I haven't read enough of her books to say that she's my favourite author. Next we have, for the 5th question, is a book/series I DNF'd. I DNF'd Girl in Pieces. I'm sorry, I didn't like it. Maybe it was at the point in time that I decided to read it, and I was 12. And it just was not the book that I needed at that point in time. And you know what book that I wish I did DNF, or wish that I just read it at a different time too? Normal People by Sally Rooney. I'm so sorry, guys. I know so many people love that book too, and I understand it. The book it's a good book. It's an incredible piece of writing, just not what I needed either at the age of like 14. Maybe if I do a full anime like Nana rewatch, then I should read Normal People again, because they're in like, I put them in the same category because it's like depressing life situations and scenarios that people are going through. Okay, for the 6th question, I'm very, very excited about this one. A fictional place I'd like to visit. So you guys already know, like Valaris from ACOTAR, obviously. Like the Night Court, and then, oh my god, the City of Stars. It's so gorgeous. Like that book, when I was reading A Court of Mist and Fury, it was like I was watching it as a movie. Sarah J Maas's descriptions of the Night Court and Valaris was so stunning. I loved it so much, guys. For the next question, we have my favorite book cover I own. Okay guys, I have a few. I like A Curse for True Love, which is behind me up here, the pink one. That book cover is so pretty. Even on the inside of the covers, it's detailed so gorgeously too. But I would say my favorite is probably the Grimm and Oro special editions, because I haven't read Lightlark, but I've been dying to own that specific copy. This edition is so gorgeous. I am Team Grimm. I haven't even started reading Lightlark. I don't even know what it's about, but I'm Team Grimm because he's great and he's good looking, and the art style for that series, beautiful, so pretty. Girls just wanna dance, girls just wanna have fun. Okay guys, for the next question, we have a trope that I would love to see. I like enemies to lovers, but I have recently found that I am the biggest friends to lovers, mainly because I read that in Love Light Farm. Like, if you're a big fans of like Hallmark Christmas, you need to get that. Next question also relates to the last, but it's a trope that I cannot stand. I personally don't like pregnancy tropes. I feel like they can be written so well or so bad, because in certain situations and in certain books I feel like it can be written really well. Okay guys, so the next question that we have is a highly anticipated book / series release. Now, I am so excited for the new ACOTAR book. I'm so excited. But I have a few friends that have read ACOTAR, Crescent City and Throne of Glass, and they all say that I should at least read Throne of Glass before ACOTAR comes out, because they have like interconnected universes. And I haven't actually listened to the podcast that came out about Sarah J Maas's 2 new books with her on it. So like, I don't know if I'm gonna actually set time aside for me to read Throne of Glass or if I'm just gonna dive straight into the next book. But guys, I'm so excited. A lot of people think it's gonna be Asriel and Gwen, or Asriel and Elaine in the next one. We need more on Elaine. I really hope that she's actually an incredible character like both of her sisters, because guys, I love Nesta. She was so awful in the other books, but I love her in her book. I cannot wait for Asriel's book. It's gonna be genuinely incredible. So very excited for that. So next question we have is, what's a book you've reread more than once? The only book that I have ever reread, I would say, is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. It's the only book that I own that I have reread, simply because I am the biggest Harry Potter fan. And then in tandem, the next question says, what's the first book that you've read that hooked you as a kid? Harry Potter. That was like the first book that I read that like was a conscious decision and choice to read. So the next question we have is overrated book that I've read. I'm so sorry guys. Beach Read by Emily Henry. Yeah, that book really was not it. I think I'm gonna do a reread of that book too. See, I usually tend to reread either books that remind me of my childhood and give me nostalgia, or books that I didn't necessarily like but want to give another chance because I think I need to read it at another time or another point in my life when my mind is more developed. You know, and I think that book needed to be read again so then I can enjoy it like everyone else did. I've also got Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry too, somewhere behind me. I hope to give that book a chance so then I could enjoy that one, if you know what I mean. Okay, so this is a very funny question for the next one. Do you buy more books than you can read? Yes, but there are more books out there that I don't own, that I haven't read. See, the books want me. I don't even need the books, but they need me. They need me to go and get them off the shelves and buy them. Like, they need a nice home. Just feed into the delusions, guys. The delusions. The books are calling us, you know. So the next question we have is, do you highlight or keep pages clean? Now, personally, I do not annotate my books. So there's one exception to that, which was Love Like Farms. Only because I was so excited when I was reading it that I underlined and wrote little snippets into it about how funny it is, and it's just, I really like that book. If you guys couldn't tell by my constant talking about it and posting about it recently, and not even recently, just always posting about it. Okay, so the next one is, what book changed the way you see life? I would say The 7 Year Slip and A Little Life, but I'm currently also reading A Little Life. I'm into the book enough to say that I know it's going to change my life when I'm done, and I know it's going to destroy me, but The 7 Year Slip, genuinely such a good book too. Changed my life for the better. I'm definitely going to reread that when I'm in my 20s, and I just think it's so, it's so cute, but it's so like, it just puts things into perspective of what really matters, and then it's got that magical fantasy aspect to it too, so it's really good. I just ignore the sitting position change. I'm currently sitting on the floor, but I want you to have a nice background, and my foot's gone numb. So we have my legs up now. Anyways, we'll rapid fire some questions. So favourite book couple, I would say, is Feyre and Rhysand, or Evangeline and Jax. Top 3 favourite authors we kind of did. I like Sarah J Maas, Stephanie Garber. I'm trying to just like think of the books that I've read a lot of from an author. I love Raina Kent. I think she's a great author too. Which trope would you like to happen IRL, and which would you hate? Now guys, I would hate a pregnancy trope. I know, I said it again. I don't care. I feel like a trope that I would want to happen would be friends to lovers, or enemies to lovers, or just like anything to lovers. Anyways. Let's see. Ebooks or physical books? I enjoy both. I read some on my iPad, but I am a big physical book girly. My mum's got a Kindle, but I don't read on that either. So I would say physical books currently, because they're so pretty and they smell good. This one says, drop your reading playlist. Now, I'm going to describe my reading playlist because, guys, I listen to music when I'm reading and I love it. It helps me get so immersed into the book, especially if it's a fantasy. I listen to a lot of like orchestral music and orchestra, and then a lot of piano. I love listening to piano music too. So those are like the two main, and then like any, I wouldn't say sped up, but like slowed down versions of songs. How many books have you read this year? I have read 33 books so far this year, and I'm currently, book 34 is One Dark Window, and my goal is 40. See, for last year I think I did about 16 books, the year before maybe 12. So it's a big change, but about 9 of those books are mangas, so technically I've read less. But I'm hoping to do more than 40 anyway, so I think I will still meet my goal if I stick to it, but I actually have only read like 1 book this month, so. Okay, so this next question is, what's your favourite book quote, title and dedication? I would say my favourite book quote would be Jax from Once Upon a Broken Heart, when he's told by this other person and she's like, if you do this, time will take something equally valuable from you. And he's holding Evangeline, and he's like, there is nothing of equal value to me. But I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. And then my favourite book title? Guys, I have no idea. I don't think of book titles that often. I like the title of Once Upon a Broken Heart because I think it's cute and pretty and like a fairy tale. So probably that one. And then a dedication. I have no idea. I've posted a few book dedications on Instagram and TikTok of like the book that I'm currently reading. It'll be the cover, the dedication, and then maybe the first page or something. And I do a bunch of those on there, but I don't specifically remember dedication. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my little sit down video with my bookshelf behind me and me answering some bookish themed questions for you. Let me know in the comments below if you guys enjoyed this, because I'm just trying out a bunch of different little ideas that I come across maybe on TikTok, Instagram, even come up with myself, and we'll just see how they all go because I'm really enjoying filming. I did a long form content video yesterday and I'm probably going to post this one today or tomorrow, depending on how long it takes me to edit it. Yeah, I would love to do a part 2 of this, more regarding my life and me being a book content creator and like why I wanted to start it up and everything like that, or even my favorite booktubers, because guys, I love watching booktube so much. I have so many, but we're not going to get into that today. So hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah,